All right, welcome to the video. This is going to be kind of a weekly recap and Friday recap all in one here. Did not have the greatest of days on Friday. Um, Took a day or so here to just kind of gather my thoughts and go back over some of my trades and see where I could have, done things maybe a little differently. Certainly made some mistakes on Friday, and it started kind of in the London session. So I kind of want to go over a couple of these trades with you here, just quickly. Not going to spend a lot of time on them, but do want to kind of go over what I saw here. So let's just start here on the. Now again, this is the London session. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit here. So as I come into the session here, I see that we've already had a market shift to the upside, leaving these fair value gaps here. So this is kind of what I was looking at. So my thought process was, hey, if it trades back into this gap, we can go ahead and get in early for this move up, right? Well, obviously, if we're gonna take this entry here in this gap here, then where does the stop need to be? Stop really, if we want to be safe about it, needs to be here at the low, 15,124. No, I don't put it there. I put it right here at this swing low on this particular trade, and I put it at this swing low, which is the 1 minute chart, as you can see, on this side. And I don't realize that they're not in the same spot. I don't know why, but just not paying attention to where the stops are there. And I get stopped out on this trade. So I'm like, oh man, I got stopped out. That sucks. I'm down $200. Well, then I look over here, and what do? I kind of panic, right? And let's see here. Watch me. I'm going to manually take the trade off right there for a loser. Just manually took it off. It didn't hit my stop loss. I had the stop where it could be, and this is where it should have been, but it could be here, which is the bottom of the first fair value gap. And what does it do? What's price do here? Trades right back into it, takes off. Now, it also had a fair value gap here on the 3 minute chart, so this would have been a valid spot to put my stop. So I start off the day here down $164 on the top step and $206 on the Apex account there. So what happens here? Price starts moving back up. And what do? I'm like, oh, let's re-enter again. It's going to go. Let's re-enter again. Second mistake. Do I put the stop where it really needs to be? Okay, right here's fine on this one. And then I move this one down to the same area. So had I just had my stop where it needed to be, this would there have been a $200 loser here on the Apex account, and on the Top Step account, $169 loser to kind of start the day off. There wouldn't, right? If we just put our stop where it needed to be, we would have been long from 47, traded all the way up into the 58, so we would have been up 10 handles. Really only in the red for that short little pullback there, So I go long here, 2 contracts on both. Trade starts going in the direction that I'm looking for it to go. And for whatever reason, I don't really know why, I was thinking to myself like, wow, I have a 20 handle stop loss here on Top Step with 2 contracts, which is going to be risking about $800. So it kind of is a valid thought there. So I think to myself, I should probably reduce the risk here, take 1 contract off. As you can see here, we're up $340, $350 on the trade. No real reason to do this. Based on everything that we see, this trade is going in the right direction. We're on the right side. It's probably going to work out in our favor. But I was kind of panic here a little bit, and I'm like, man, let's take one of these contracts off. So I take it off there for about $175. Pretty much gets me to break even here on the Top Step account. And then I take 1 off on the Apex account as well. Again, no real reason to do that, right? If I'm going in with 2 contracts and I've already held it kind of through the drawdown for the trade. May as well leave it in the profit. Now, I could have at worst put it at break even, right? That's probably would have been a smarter thing to do. So then I move my stop up on the second contract over here on Top Step and get stopped out on it too. And then you can see me moving my stop into the $100 area for Apex. And let's just see what happens here on the trade. So it moves up. We're up $425, and I move my stop up to lock in $400 here. No real reason to do that either. Now, I will say that we did break this swing high, which was my initial target. So, or I think I locked in 300, and then I moved it back and forth a couple times here, and end up getting stopped out for around $395, I think. Yeah, $395. So I'm up 308 on the Apex and down or up $6 on Top Step here after those trades. And then I just went off the rails. Normally, I give myself 2 trades during the London session to kind of hit my profit targets. And if I don't get those profits in those 2 trades, then I'm supposed to be walking away. But instead, I decided to push my luck over here on the Top Step account because I was only up $6. And for whatever reason, I felt the need to make more money when I didn't need to. And end up taking more trades here on the Top Step account and end up being down about $400. And that's when I ended the stream. Well, I took some more trades during the later on in the day there on the Top Step account, and we end up losing $1,015. Now, going back and looking at that trade during the London session there, I should have at least been up $800. Made $400. I was up $400 on that trade with 1 contract. Should have been up $800 with 2 contracts easily on both accounts. And probably just been done for the day. So going forward, that's going to be my rules there. 2 trades in the London session to kind of make my money there. And if I can't get it in the 2 trades, then I'm done for the day. I'm done for the London session. So we're going to be very close to our max drawdown here. The good news is we're about $400 away, but the good news is we do have, $1,000 in drawdown intraday on the Top Step account. So we can easily kind of make this back a couple of trades, and we'll be back in the green. And I ended up, actually, I was up $300 in the Apex account going into the day. Ended up just blowing that account up. I over traded during the New York session. I put a trade on when I was down $800, I believe. I put on a bit of a Walmart trade where I just put a trade on and left. And it went against me. And I think I ended up blowing that account up while I was gone. So good news is Apex does have the 90% off right now. So I'm going to take advantage of that. We're going to buy 5 or 6 Apex accounts starting fresh on Monday. And the goal there is going to be to trade those during the London session and try to get those funded. Now, we do have the one funded Apex account that I have not started trading yet. And the idea is I really want to get 2 or 3 more to trade along with that. Use the trade copier and trade those at once. And maybe trade the micros on that. So if you have a $100 winner, you can times that by 3 or 4 and still have a nice day there. I am leaving for vacation tomorrow. I'll be gone for 9 days. I am still going to trade the London session from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. while I'm gone on vacation. Going to get up 2:45, trade the 3 to 4 a.m. session. And I'm going to try to make a couple of videos to launch here during the week while I'm gone, just to kind of cover you guys, since I'm not going to be trading the New York session. I might toss in a New York session here or there, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to be taking a road trip starting tomorrow. We're going to be doing different kind of trading next week. You're going to see a lot more discipline from me starting next week. Not going to be just being, kind of willy-nilly with these challenge accounts. And I'm going to start treating those just as I would my own cash account. I'm sick of blowing challenges just from taking risks that are unnecessary. So starting Monday, we're going to stick to our rules. We're going to make a plan. 2 trades in the London session, maybe 1 trade in the New York if we do trade the New York, and that's it. 2 or 3 trades a day, 2 or 3 swings at it. And if we don't get it, we walk away. If we get it, great. And that's kind of what we're going to be doing. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys at 3 a.m. on Monday morning. Thanks.